Welcome back everyone. Saturday the 16th and it's a lovely day here in Exeter. It is warm but there is a cool breeze. Well, not cool, there is a breeze and it's cooling everything down, so it's actually quite a pleasant day. I've got my friend Ben with his daughter Leela here today with us, and they're going to help us by taking as many green gauges as they can pick off the tree and taking them back home. So while Ben and Leela are getting the green gauges, I'm going to go around and get a few other things that I need today as well, and I'll give a few things to Ben to take home with him as well. So let's go and have a look and see what we're going to take. Right, I'm going to take some tomatoes for Ben and some for my in-laws, because we're going to go and visit my in-laws tomorrow. So I'll take a few for Ben. I've got quite a few at home already. But these are the Siberian Panther, and they're absolutely beautiful. This could be one of the best tasting tomatoes I've ever grown. The flesh is really dense, and the flavours. If you've grown tomatoes, try these out next year. They're wonderful. But that's all the ones on that. Let me have a look at this other plant. The plants are not looking the best at the moment because they've collapsed quite a bit. But it looks like we're starting to get some of the Pink Panther ones as well. So I'll take a few of these. Because these are quite an interesting tomato as well. But next year, plan for next year is get better support for my tomato plants, because this is no good. This is far from good.
So what are their two names again?
The Pink Panther, which is the long ones.
Yeah.
Athol Pink Panther.
Yeah.
And the rounder ones are Siberian Panther. And the Siberian Panther, I got them because they're more tolerant of cold weather. And last summer was really a real washout. It was really cold and miserable and grey, and the tomato plants didn't grow very well. And by the time we did get some sunshine, the tomato blight came in and just wiped everything out. I think I got about half a dozen tomatoes. So this year it's been quite good. We've had a long growing season for the tomatoes, and they're doing really well. So I didn't really need to get the tomatoes that were tolerant of cold weather, but honestly the Siberian Panther are fabulous tomato, really great tasting, and possibly one of the best tomatoes I've ever grown. In fact, I'll be growing it again next year as well. I'll just take off a few of this lower foliage. As you can see, the difference between a ripe one and an unripe one, the ripe one has more red in it, so it's sort of like black and red, whereas the unripe ones are black and green. Of course, you can take them off a little bit earlier as they're on a change and put them somewhere warm, and the tomatoes will ripen in the warmth. So even if it got to the end of the season and all we had was unripe tomatoes, we could still take the tomatoes off and ripen them at home somewhere warm. But beautiful, nice tomatoes. So let's put all these on the table. Right, okay, just going to grab the remaining Blauhild beans. These are the purple French beans that I grow every year. Well, I say the last, it's not the last, because if you come in closer and have a look, we've actually got new beans growing on it. So the plant's not looking its best, but I think that's just because of the heat. But we're actually getting new growth, so hopefully we'll get a few more pickings off this. I've got a big bag in the freezer, so I'm not too bothered. and they are my favourite. I grow these every year. They're a good cropper. And as I says, when it comes to the last ones, I'll leave them to pod up, and I'll take the beans. In fact, we used some of the beans from last year in a dish I made last week. But we call these magic beans at home because when you cook them, they change colour from purple to green. But yeah, quite a good crop so far this year. As I says, we've got a huge big bag in the freezer, and we've been eating them as well, eating them fresh. Right, I think we're almost there. There we go. Right place. I've got Pip being camera woman today, and she's got no idea what she's doing. Anyway, that's the green beans.
Sorry.
Right, going up to see my in-laws tomorrow, and I thought I'd take them a cabbage and a few tomatoes and things. So I'm going to take the net off these. Ben's going to keep an eye out for any cabbage whites and shout if any come near the net. And I'm just going to... These are greyhound cabbage, and these are the best ones I've ever grown, actually. So I'm going to take this one out for Pip's mum and dad tomorrow. Get this net back down before the cabbage whites. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Realise what's happening. It is a bit messy at the minute, but that's just because of, I think that's just because of aphids. So what I'll do is I'll strip back all these outer leaves, and I'll get the heart cleaned up to give to Pip's mum and dad tomorrow. Cabbage, nice. Well, I've sacked Pip as a camerawoman. She's not very good, so she's going to give Ben a hand collecting green gauges. But as you can see, these squashes are beginning to turn colour now. They were olive green for such a long time that I thought maybe that's the only colour they go to. But as you can see, they're now starting to change colour, and they should be more of a orangey brown colour, which is good. The spaghetti squashes, that one's getting more golden green, but that one's still rather pale green. So they're still got to be in there a bit longer. I probably could take these out. I don't think these are grow any bigger. So I'll take these out sometime this week. Other things that are going on, not an awful lot. The lettuce has gone to seed. The beetroot's doing well. The broccoli, the ones that I took the centre out, as you can just see, I took the centre out of that one, but it's got like a little side shoot growing there. So they've all got side shoots growing, which is good. So yeah, brassicas, never take the full plant out, always leave it in to see if you get any side shoots. This one here, I took the cauliflower out. It was only a small cauliflower, but I took it out the start of the week. But I noticed here today, I've got a little cauliflower starting in this one, which is great, because I do like cauliflower. I can use it in so many ways. One of my favourite ways is roasting it. The other way I'm going to do is make a aloo gobi, because for aloo gobi I need onions, garlic, tomatoes, potatoes, and some curry powder. And I've got practically all of that here on the allotment today. So I'll take some potatoes, I've got some tomatoes, I've got onions and garlics at home that I've taken from the allotment. So it's all doing well. The sunflowers are still doing okay. Beautiful colours. Small heads, but lots of heads. As you can see, heads all over it. So quite a nice little sunflower, that Autumn Beauty. We've got cabbage white butterflies still going along. These peas, I came up here today and I spotted a pigeon running up and down here, just taking the tops off these peas. So I don't think we're going to get anything from these peas. Looks like the Mr. Pigeons had them. And these are the turnips, the first turnips I've managed to grow. I'll see if I can get the camera down to show you. As you can hopefully see, we've got some turnip roots growing, which is good. That one's not trying, but the other ones are trying, which is good. Well, it's just a quick one this week. I've been busy doing other things in the garden at home to come up to the allotment, but it was nice to come up here today and meet up with Ben and his daughter Leela, and it's good if they can get some green gauges. So I'm going to sign off from here now, and wish you all the best. Please feel free to subscribe, it doesn't cost anything, and I'll see you all again next time I'm back at the plot. Welcome back everyone, it's the 18th of August and it's a great day here in Exeter. Nice not to have the oppressive heat that we've had in recent weeks, so it's a nice chill, cool day today. And today I'm going to be potting on some of the seedlings that I've got in the back garden. So let me turn the camera around and show you what I've got. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to try potting on is these Stromboli broccoli. These were the broccoli we had good success with this year, so I'm going to pot these on and see if we can get a couple of broccoli early next year or even by the end of this year. I've also got some pak choi. Now this is quite fast growing, so hopefully now that the temperatures are dropping a little, this won't run to seed so quickly. So I've got these, and we were at the garden centre yesterday with Pip's mum and dad, so I've got these echinacea flowers that we're going to put onto bigger pots, these ones at the back as well. So I'll get these done first, then we'll move on to the flowers. Right, so I'm just going to be potting them up into these little pots. It's what I've got available. You can just use whatever you've got. I'm just going to tease them out carefully so not to break the roots. And try and hold them gently by the leaf. Hold them gently by the leaf. If you break the stem, that's it, it's game over. So always try and hold them by the leaf if you can. My new dipper. That's one. And I've just got to watch these carefully because Nellie's running about at the minute and she loves a bit of broccoli. just firm the soil around the stem gently, because you don't want to damage the stem. I've got to watch out, she's pottering around my feet, so I don't want to step back and step on her. It's actually quite nice today, there's a nice little breeze, and I was up the allotment earlier today to see Delilah. She's got the week off work and she's got huge big plans for the plot. She's doing all sorts of things up there today, and she's got a little land clearing project going on. It's going to take her a little while, but it'll give her maybe space to put 2 new extra beds on a plot. So I'm just using this tool to tease out the seedlings. So we were with Pip's mum and dad yesterday near Tiverton, and I can't even remember the name of the garden centre we went to, but it was really, really nice. There's a local garden centre to Tiverton, and yeah, we saw Pip's been growing these echinacea plants in the back garden, and she likes them, and they had on a beautiful display of them at this garden centre. So we bought a few, and today I'll just put them on into a bigger pot, because I don't know how long they've been in the pots at the garden centre. I've also been busy. I know I haven't put out many videos lately, but I've been busy doing shed work, and I'll show you some of that. I might as well put that on. So that's the broccoli done. I'll just do that small one as well, might as well, rather than throw it away. It's grown this far. Last but not least, give them a good water. Now, these, I don't know if you can see them, these will need to be covered now, because there's so many cabbage white butterflies going along. If one was to lay an egg on these, that was it. There's not enough plant to survive a cabbage white grub, so these need to be covered, and so will these. So I'll move that aside. And what I can do is I can do the pak choy in this cell tray. For anyone who's interested, I'm just using Westland multi-purpose compost that I got from B&Q earlier. Yeah, we actually live on the flight path to Exeter Airport, so you'll hear the occasional plane go ahead, overhead. It's not a busy airport, it's only a little regional airport, but it is the airport that the Red Arrows use whenever they're this far south in the West Country. So whenever they're busy doing air shows around here, we usually get a good display of the Red Arrows flying over our house. But yeah, it's a nice quiet day. We've had construction work been going on for the past month outside. They've been they dug up all the old paving slabs that had been there for God knows how many years, and they've replaced it. They were all crooked and broken, and they were actually a trip hazard. And they've replaced it with tarmac. They've just tarmacked all over. And it actually looks quite good. But I was looking at it the other day, and I'll see if I can drop a picture in right here. Sorry, the camera wasn't even pointing the right way. I'll see if I can drop a picture in. The tarmac's only been down a week, 10 days at the most, and already we've got mare's tail growing through the through the tarmac. Let's see it. And that's a magpie, you can hear it in the background. We'll get a lot of them as well. Magpies and seagulls. So, I don't know if I'll be doing all these. I'm just going to do one tray. There's a limit to how much pak choy I can eat. But hopefully they'll take off. I don't mind the magpies so much, but it's when the seagulls start at 5 o'clock in the morning, as soon as the sun's up. And also the seagulls crap everywhere. I took Pip's car into the car wash last Monday, and by Tuesday the seagulls had already splattered it. Swines. actually sounds like the construction crew who have been doing the pavements and the paths, they've actually finished today. They took away a load of the old slabs they dug up, and I think that's a street sweeper they've brought in to clean the area up after them, which is quite good. So I've been busy doing shed work as well, and I've rearranged the inside of the shed. I repaired the front of it. It's better than it was, but it's not 100% perfect. But I've also replaced the felt on the roof, which is what I done last week. And yeah, it's quite a good job of that. I've done that felting before. And I'll show you why I've been doing all this shed work. And it was great to see my friend Ben at the weekend there. Unfortunately, his wife had injured her shoulder, so she couldn't make it. But it was good to see Ben and Leela. Leela is his daughter. I've got stacks of these left over. I might put them on later. I'll give you a quick look at what else, because I've got a few seedlings in the garden still. Oh, see, I wasn't careful with that one and I've broke the stem, so that one's no good. Now I can have that one. I just need 2 more and that's this tray finished. That's that. Give it a water. And that's my potting undone. Let me just take the camera off its mount. Okay, so that's the pak choy and the stromboli broccoli done. And these are the flowers that we got. These are beautiful. The garden centre was called the Old Well. And this type of echinacea is called Sunseeker. So we've got the orange one, we've got the red ones, and the pink ones. So all these are going to go in a slightly bigger pot today. Then I'm going to make a planter out of these 2 sterilisers. So I'll have them sitting up like that. And like that. And I'll have a flat piece of wood go along there to rest the plants on. That's the plan anyway. Up here I've still got the single seed potato challenge. They're still alive, so as long as they're alive I'm going to keep watering them and up until the deadline. Leeks are beginning to get a little bit of rust, but oh yeah, I'm going to leave them in for the minute. I've also planted some spring onions, white Lisbon, so that's them. This is a pepper plant. This is Robertina. So peppers haven't done really well this year. This is all died back because it hasn't been watered. Up here I've got some Thai basil, I've got some coriander, that needs potted on. There's another little pepper there, there's some oregano, and these are actually garlic chives. These are the first garlic chives I've ever been able to grow. I don't know why, they just didn't seem to grow. So we've got them. And if we go in the shed, this is the new roof. So not a bad job. And I've rearranged a few things in the shed to make room. It's still a bit of a mess, I'm still tidying, putting things back. Reason for the new roof on the shed, yeah. I recently retired from work and I had a whip round and got me a gift card on Amazon. So I bought myself a solar panel with the gift card from work. So this is a 200 watt Rhenology solar panel. So I'm going to have that on the roof, and I bought myself with my own money one of these Bluetti power packs, so I can have the solar panel on the roof and it will recharge this power pack. The power pack's got two 13 amp sockets in it. It's also got DC, it's got 4 USB slots there, and it's got a 12 volt like car, similar to a car, or it used to be called a cigarette lighter in a car, or car power out. So you've got 12 volts there, you've got your USB various types there. Two 13 watt, 13 amp, sorry, two 13 amp power sockets, rated up to 1800 watts. And up here there's a 15 watt cordless charger for like a mobile phone. You just put your mobile phone on there. If your mobile phone does that, mine doesn't, and it charges. So I'm going to put the solar panel on the roof. I'll bring the cable in from the side somewhere back there, and I'll have it charging up this, which means if I've got this in here, I will be able to put my propagator, which is up here, and my grow lights in the shed over the winter, and I'll be able to power them hopefully for free. So my friend Ben came up to the allotment at the weekend, and I was mainly to give him some green gauges and a few other things, and he said, can you dry these? And I thought, that's a brilliant idea. Never even thought about it, because I've got a little dehydrator, not dehumidifier, dehydrator for the kitchen that I've done tomatoes with a few years back, and I've done peppers, chili peppers on them, dried chili peppers. So I'm going to try and dehydrate some of the green gauges to sort of like preserve the crop, so I can use it later in the year rather than having to eat all these green gauges while they're all fresh. You know, I can have them as little fruit leathers or whatever you call it. So that's another thing I've got. So yeah, I've got plenty of plenty of little jobs to be getting on with at the moment, as well as the allotment. But we're getting there, and as I say, I've got plenty of time now to get these things done, which is good. So yeah, I've got plenty to occupy myself. So I'm going to crack on now and put on those echinacea plants we got yesterday at the Old Well Garden Centre near Tiverton. But that's it for today, and I'll see you again soon.